Okay, so today, I guess this weekend, we're gonna work on this 1927 Hercules. Um, it was a log saw motor. Um, there's a clutch pulley over here. There's a handle that's supposed to be here that it didn't have. I bought this almost a year ago in Coolsprings. It's got a lot of good original pinstriping. For what I can tell, you can kind of make out the economy tag if my shadow is not in the way. So it looks to be all original paint. I think this one and this economy tag is just a little bit better over here, if you can make it out. The light's not very well. This is a 1 3/4 engine. I don't believe you can see it, but who knows. It has a EK mag on it, so a high tension mag with spark plug. I originally it ran when I first got it, but it didn't run well. This is the mixture screw, I guess you'd call it, for the mixer. This is a new one. I bought a new one, and then this is the old one. You can kind of see it's all pitted up and everything. So I got a new mixer screw and went to put it in and figured out that the gas tank's got a hole in it. So gonna finish taking all the parts and pieces off of the fuel tank and get it lifted in the air, and we'll get that fuel tank out. I got a new one here. Just as easy to put a new one in it is, and then try to pull the old one out and repair it. But once I get enough old ones, I'll repair them, and then I'll start using them. Just depends. So once I get it disassembled and up in the air, I'll show you where the fuel tank is on this. It is in the base, in the very bottom of it. So we'll bring you back when we get there. Alright, well, we got her up in the air, so I just want to take a gander underneath. So there's a fuel tank just by looking at it here. Yeah, she's a little rusty and stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of there, and I'll throw it up on the workbench once I get it out, and just show you, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got the fuel tank out of here. She looks pretty original. I don't know if we can see. We'll get in here close. This is where the filler neck goes. Newer ones, the fittings are soldered in. I'm sure this is soldered in too, but it has 3 rivets, which I've never seen. So I'm going to assume that this, or I haven't seen that reproduction fuel tank, so I'm going to assume this is probably original. If you can see close, you might be able to zoom in. There's some rust, so I want to say that's probably where it was leaking. But it'd been in there for a while. There's little mouse droppings on there and some other stuff, so we'll put that outside and leave it outside. One thing to note, this is the fuel pickup tube. It has a screen on the end in case there's any junk in the fuel tank, kind of an early model fuel filter. These did come from the factory original. This could be an original one, or it could be a reproduction. I phoned a friend and talked to my buddy Paul up in Pennsylvania, and that's what he told me. So I'm gonna do a lot of cleanup on the fuel neck and the fuel pipe because we want the fuel system good. The fuel pickup tube kind of looks like it might be brass, and if so, and so does the T-fitting here. So, and it doesn't say made in China. It has a maker's mark on it. I don't think we can see it, but I'm gonna clean that stuff up, and we'll see if it's brass or not. Just, you know, for shits and grins, and to make it look good. These are the two supports that hold the fuel tank up into the base. This one was held in with tie wire. I don't have any tie wire, so I have it, but I don't know where it's at. So I'll probably run tomorrow and pick some up so we can get this new fuel tank put back up in here tomorrow and see if we get it running. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. All right, so we're back at it today. Engine's still up in the air. I got the fuel tank in there, filler tube, and the intake tube. It's just in there so I helped lined it up. So I did get my tie wire, obviously, and then we get the flashlight here. I don't know how well you can see, but the new tank's up in there. So we'll go ahead and get this on the ground, and we'll go ahead and get started on finishing the fuel. I'm gonna start recording. All right, I set it back down. I propped it up here, so a little easier to work on, so I'm not like screwing up my back anymore. What I'm gonna do next is we gotta put sealer on the filler neck, and then the fuel line. We need to go ahead and put sealer on that, and we need to put the check valve back in it, put the copper hose, make a copper hose to put it in. Like I said, this is a log saw engine. Some people call it a drag saw engine, so this mixer is a little bit different. So I really don't know a lot about this mixer, but I originally started playing with, I wanted to replace the fuel line on this engine, and I needed to get that new needle valve, and when I was in the process of doing that, that's when I found out the fuel tank was had a leak in it. So got a new one of them. Obviously you've seen me put it in, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuel line set up and get the needle valve back in it, get the filler neck, and then we'll bring you back when it's time to go ahead and see if we can make a run. All right, so we got the fuel line all put back in, fuel tanks all in, all the lines are run. Let's see if she goes. This is one of those hero or zero moments, so let's give her a shot. It's a good sign. Give her a little air. She wants to go. Yeah, let's choke it and just see. You got fuel dripping, so you got fuel. Now let's cut the fuel down just a little bit. I had it 3/4 of a turn. We'll turn it back down to like half a turn and see what she does. Yeah, it's flooding. running. There we go. Oops, I'm all in the way. So I think I'll pull you up again. So I think what we had going on was I had the mixture screw was just a little bit too much, too open. So she's really liking it now. Just get a little view around here. Sorry you had to watch so much me struggling, but she's running good. I'll get a little picture around here. So, all right. So, gonna call this a wrap for now. She's sitting there purring. Thanks for watching. Bye.